What up? It's your boy T-Bear in the reaction. Today is Wrestling Wednesday. About to cap it off with some hot takes from Pllana Production though. And this came out a couple days ago. A little after the fire promo between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, you know what I mean? Because I did the previous one when who should win Royal Rumble, and this is before the fire promo. So, a lot of time in that video, he's saying that it's not enough storyline, but a lot of storyline built up quickly for them too. So, because one of the top hot takes is Roman Reigns should win the WrestleMania. I certainly hope not. Like I said, if you haven't seen my video yet, who should win WWE, or you have seen my WWE review for Raw, I'll say this again. If they have to give Roman that 1,000 day, find some loophole in a contract, some kind of way, and you want to keep the fans happy and not have it go through this stale title holding, find some loophole kind of way in the contract to split the titles, because the titles has been split for the longest. It's been due for a split for a while, and have Cody win at WrestleMania, but Paul Heyman come out and say you only win for one title some kind of way. And he holds the WWE title, which is the main title he probably wants anyway. He doesn't care about the Universal title. Let Roman holds on the Universal title. The Tribal Chief Roman, I'm gonna say because I'm like slowly. He's still Tribal Chief, but I'm slowly like just when I'm explaining this little situation. Tribal Chief Roman holds the Universal title to continue to the 1,000 day, because that's really has 1,000. That's really what the 1,000 days going towards the Universal title. It's not going to do with the WWE title. So there's that. So that like I said, think about that. Doesn't have to do with the WWE title. It has to do with the Universal title. Him going 1,000 days. Have him do that while also having title defenses against the likes of Bray Wyatt, Gunther, Sheamus or Drew again, LA Knight or LA Knight if he doesn't go to Raw and go against Cody. And down to the line where it goes against Jay as well too. Jay would be the one to possibly take the title from Roman, because it's long overdue. And had Cody hold on WWE title, go against LA Knight. They say he possibly the good candidate for the matchup against Cody Rhodes. As well as, in my opinion, Randy Orton. This is rumor that Randy Orton could return. That'd be a nice little matchup for him as well too. Austin Theory could be a good matchup for him as well too. If he happened to drop the USA title to a face Montez Ford. If they sadly go for a heel Montez Ford, he'll have to be the one to go against Cody, something like that as well too. Either way, that's I feel like a good idea for a win-win for both the wrestling fans who want something new and face, especially the face fans like myself, as well as please the heel fans, the Misery Love Company fan, Ezlord fans who gets off of other folks' misery. And I'm not just saying it just to say it, because there's folks who are wanting Roman to retain to piss fans off. I saw the tweets, I saw the comments and posts, everything. I'm not speaking out of whack with anything. It's real shit that folks are like that for real. It was just a damn shame, They got a MGF wannabes, but other than that, that's why I say win-win, split the titles. Other than that, let's get ready to do this hot take with WWE, including the dreaded question of take of Roman Reigns should win WrestleMania. Let's get it.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to another hot takes. The first hot take of the video is something I've seen a lot in the last post, and that's about Roman Reigns retaining at WrestleMania. Neil thinks so. The same thing for King K, Shamir Plays, and Akash. All of them have one thing in common, and they think that Roman Reigns should retain at WrestleMania against Cody Rhodes. And all I've got to say is I completely disagree. If you didn't watch my video about who should win at WrestleMania 39, basically,
I'm glad he kept his tune. He didn't change it. Shout out to Pllana for that. The reason I said that, because I had my little gripes with Pllana at first though, because funny Ryan bought his mind when he was a babyface, and he talking about how babyface sucks, and he was the top of the story of that. But glad he didn't change his tune. He keeping the same tune.
Cody Rhodes is the right person to win. I think we've got to move on from Roman Reigns, but that is just my opinion. I also don't think it would be terrible if Roman Reigns retains. I'm not mad at either decision. I just think that Cody winning is the slightly better decision. The Ultimate Mix says Austin Theory isn't actually ready for a WrestleMania stage. Edge versus Cena in an end of an era match is what.
Not now. Not now. Say that for SummerSlam. Let's see. I don't want. This is why. I love the safe place I have for my YouTube. This is why I say all kayfabe alignment aside. Let Kid Theory have his little moment with Cena. Let him have his moment with Cena. Let him have that moment with Cena though. I mean, because the folks who actually likes him love what he got going on. Don't disappoint them fans at least. I'm saying I'm on. See the thing about it. Much love face fans. I'm not rolling with the heel fans. I don't want the heel fans to be fully disappointed. Know what I'm saying? That's why I want the compromise with splitting the titles with anything, but don't cheat them out of that. Don't cheat the fans. Don't cheat the fans who are fans of Theory out of that. Don't do that.
What I like to see. Number 1, Austin Theory is definitely ready. Number 2, I'm not ready to see an end of an era match between John Cena and Edge.
That's another thing. We are already lose. We are our favorites are getting too old already. Let's hold off on the end of era matches, man. For real.
That would legitimately break my heart, so I'm not ready for it. Maybe next year. I know I gotta face an inevitable about the future and whatnot, but I can't do that right now. Gamey says the wrestler who should be 2023 Mr. Money in Vegas, Finn Balor, he does not have much time left. This could be his last chance to save his career and become a world champion again. He deserves to have even one world title reign after all he did in the last 2 years.
I agree.
I disagree. Yeah. I don't think Finn Balor should be Mr. Money in the Vegas. That should go to LA Knight.
He's keeping his tone with LA Knight because I told you the other video I had about LA Knight is part of my video too. He's keeping the same tone. But yeah, I agree that LA Knight should be it. Like say kayfabe alignment and give me side. LA Knight should be it though. Finn should have a chance, but LA Knight should be it though. Now I get why they doing it because Finn was the first one on the Universal, but didn't get to hold it because of injury. But LA Knight's too hot right now. I mean they kind of messed up. Well, W kind of messed up with Finn by pulling him with Judgment Day. And in my opinion, he's doing okay. As for the Hill fans, he's doing okay with Judgment Day, but they kind of put himself in the corner by doing that and kicking out Edge in a way. But let's keep going.
However, Finn Balor should become King Balor at Crown Jewel. All that Jelly Fam says adding Dom Mysterio to the Judgment Day saved the faction and made it way more interesting than before. And a lot of people clearly agree, and I completely agree as well.
I can understand that. Reason why I say that, because he working a lot of folks' nerves, including my boy Kicking the Rolls, who I get that bet every time that little motherfucker come out. So yeah, I guess if you hate you was just one of them, you hate to admit it, but he's because I mean JD he kind of made it a little interesting with the Judgment Day because he makes me want to see him get fucked up more and more times every time I see this little fucker. You know what I mean? Except for Rhea. The only thing is, I wish there's a way that Rhea can kind of slowly break away from Judgment Day so she can have a double turn between her and Charlotte. But I got a feeling it's not gonna happen. Who knows? But I really feel like they holding her back. But let's keep going. That's my opinion. But let's keep going.
From those 228 people, I also agree. I think that Dominic Mysterio is the dynamic they needed, especially with Rhea Ripley. And on top of that, they also saved his career because he learned how to be charismatic. So it's a win-win for both parties.
Oh, that's for the Hill fans. Yep, that's for the Hills fans. I give it. That's what like I said, that's for the Hill fans to enjoy. So I understand that. Is a ruthless aggression here? Okay. Okay, here it is.
Staying on Dominic Mysterio.
Because he was part of the storyline with Eddie Guerrero and Ray. That's why. Wow. And well, I got here though. Amari it's still getting my nerves. Folks keep calling him Eddie's son, like just to be assholes. Like, man, that's the Ezra Misery Gloves Company for just to be assholes. So yeah.
One says Dom is a ruthless aggression era legend, and you ain't lying about that one.
Well,
Richard
true.
says WrestleMania 39 is looking like one of the best manias ever, despite all the hate. I agree that it
looks good. It's just folks that aren't interested in me. Like I said, I was like slowly lost interest a little bit in the main event with Cody and Roman because of folks harping the Roman retaining everything, kind of killed the moment for me. And then also the thing with Charlotte and Rhea in this conflicting situation, that's what also kind of killed it. But other than that, all in all, this is still a good WrestleMania though. Even the random behind fatal 4-way tag team match, it's still a good WrestleMania, so I like to see what's going to happen. So yeah, so I'm interested, man. I don't want to miss anything of it though. So I'm praying how much I love DJ and have a gig. I pray to have no gigs or nothing to interrupt this. And I'm also interested in Stand Deliver, especially with this recent episode of NXT. So yes, I agree. This is a good WrestleMania. Still, I mean, you know, like I said, I'm shook with the rest of the main event with Cody and Tribal Queen, and what's going on between Charlotte and Rhea. The rest of it is pretty good, and I'm gonna be a little heartbroken because I felt they're gonna let make Bianca drop the title to Asuka just cause. But other than that, this is a good WrestleMania.
Is looking like one of the best manias ever, and I think it will be. I don't know about all the hate, but then again, I also got off of Twitter.
This is the only one I don't get, and Bray getting hurt. Well, like I said, I didn't have a problem with Bray and Lashley, especially with the Lashley promo towards Bray. I didn't have no much right with that as well too. But on the other side, him getting hurt was kind of blessed God. Cause I see LA Knight and Bobby Lashley go if that be the route for Lashley, both Lashley and LA Knight to get on WrestleMania. But this damn match. Only thing I'm interested in about this match is seeing Brock Lesnar try to suplex and F5 almost. That's the only reason I'm interested in this match. To see that happen. To see it happen, see him do it.
Twitter, so I can't really see a lot of people on the internet wrestling community talk about WWE in a bad way like I usually did. So
and
for me,
another thing, why is folks harping for Trish Stratus to turn heel on Becky and Lita? Let me know about that as well too.
I think it's a great build-up, and I think the card looks solid.
It does.
I enjoy it a lot.
This is good
the
too.
Next hot take says Triple H has done great stuff, but fans are overrating him as a booker, and I'd like to explain that hot take with this hot.
I will say that he has done great things, and just the thing by they're feeling like all the stuff that's not going good with WWE is part of him as well too. That's why they saying that. So let's hear what he had to say about that.
Hot take from McGuire, who says the reason we think Triple H is an amazing booker is because Vince was just that bad.
That is true. That is also true. It's like nothing against Biden. It's just reason why people was okay with let Biden get when he's in because of all the shit Trump did and everything. So that's that. And we got a lot of folks is why things like wow, Obama got so much love, but there's folks that hate him, but the folks still love him because because it came from the Bush era as well too. So nothing against Obama. I love Obama as president, but a lot of folks had a lot of shit to say about Obama and lots of saying a lot of shit about Biden. It's because it's like it was good for the moment because we got rid of the worst president and everything. Not saying Obama was bad. He was good. He was good in my opinion. But compared to other opinions though, a lot of folks wasn't feeling Obama as much and everything down the line. You know what I mean? Because and it's not his fault. He had a lot to clean up. He had a lot of mess to clean up though. That's the only thing. Biden on the other hand, it was like we did what we needed to do to get Trump out the White House and everything. But hopefully I have confidence in Biden. Hopefully he does a little better or anything. The reason why I have respect for him because he's cool with my family, with my white family and all of that, though by way of aunts and great aunts and godmother as well too. That's the only thing. But other than that, like I said, I understand this is why this is a good take right here that he said. So let's see what he said right here.
And a lot of people did not like Vince McMahon. Therefore, when Triple H did step in, a lot of them felt like Triple H did a really good job. So that explains that first hot take with the second hot take.
And the reason why I say that is also he did good. Just some of the folks he brought back didn't looks good coming back. One of them being Hit Row. I feel like they're gonna be right out the door again afterwards. Karrion Kross so right now. The only ones that came back that did pretty good is Braun right now. Gargano, he didn't really leave. Who else? Io and Dakota, definitely for sure. Who else I'm trying to remember that got brought back that's doing good? Legado they didn't get Selena. Selena's doing good right now as well too. Like I said, hope they have a guy get some wins now. Hope they don't make him be losers because they turn faces or anything. Hope they don't do that and anything. Bray did pretty good. It just died down a little bit, and hopefully the injury is probably like a blessing in disguise. So that makes hopefully when he comes back, he come stronger though. Just hoping and there's no heel turn. Now, when the Hurt Business reunite, they will have a little to no success. I gotta hear this one. The one thing about this, I kind of wish they make them anti-hero faces, but unfortunately, they're not. It looks like they're not gonna go with that. They have to. It looks like they're gonna make them black villains again. I mean, I gotta deal with that bullshit I deal with. You heard my story about the Hurt Business run. Almost made me quit being a wrestling fan. It wasn't them per se. It was the dickheads I dealt with in these wrestling groups. In Facebook as well too. If you haven't saw my video, you'll watch my video on my wrestling story, how Hurt Business almost made me quit being a wrestling fan per se. But anyway, let's keep going.
Dak says when the Hurt Business reunite, they'll have little to no success. And I don't agree with this hot take either. I think that if you have Bobby Lashley, who's one of the top stars in WWE, with Omos, who's a general audience attraction that a lot of people like, who's getting millions of views, and you add in something like the Street Profits or Carmelo Hayes into that group,
they've been talking about like making the Street Fighter Hills and bringing Carmelo up as part of Hurt Business as well too. That's one thing that sucks about it. One thing I'm okay with it if they again are a anti-hero face faction. The reason why I say that, because some of the folks I deal with in these groups, they in certain posts on Twitter, a baby face next to a certain wrestler is a bad taste in their mouth. I don't get why. It's ridiculous, but there you have it. Now, I mean, at least me not being against me being not for heels or anything, I understand that sadly that's the inevitable in wrestling, that they have to have a heel run, but sometimes they gotta have a little face run going on in their life as well too. And I feel like the Hurt Business should have a face run, because the reason why they possibly stay heel, to be honest, because they was doing the Pandera era when they had no crowd. If they're in front of the crowd, they'll be over like fuck. That's the only thing. But they had no crowd to help them, so that's the only thing.
They are going to be even more dominant, if not better, than the first time around. Giovanni says Triple H has brought a lot of great talent, but sadly is pulling a Tony Khan because he seemingly has no plan for them.
Yup, like I just talked about that too. But he got a plan on Gargano right now. Bronson taking it, I understand, but you got to play with Gargano now with the NXT run and everything as well too.
Currently, examples include Gargano, Bronson, Tegan, etc. Personally, I would return them to NXT from the start and then bring them onto the main roster.
That sounds
with
good.
Hype packages. I don't think that's a good idea. I think the better idea is by actually having a brand extension and also having a brand split where you can't go on Raw or SmackDown the way they have it right now. A lot of people would benefit with that the same way they did in 2002 when they had that roster surplus. Emmanuel says AEW desperately needs CM Punk, and I agree 1,000%.
I agree too, man. I ain't gonna lie, I agree too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's going to happen. I feel like they're gonna find a way to bring the CM Punk's gonna come at the AEW, or he could come to WWE. But I feel like CM Punk's gonna go to AEW. I have a feeling about that, but I agree with that. They're fully right now, because one. Did MJ is an asshole for one, but they really have nobody to go against MJF right now. Like they kind of had it with Ricky Starks, but they put it there on Bryan, which I understand we wanted, but he hadn't lose or anything. So who's left for MJF right now? That's in my opinion. We got the four pillar thing going on right now with Jungle Boy, Sammy Guevara, and Darby, but we'll see what happens with that. But other than that, yeah, I agree. They do need CM Punk, man, for real. CM Punk, and he may be a cancer, but he was an attraction. I'll say that.
really need him back. I know that some people don't think he should come back. I think they literally need him back to save their product, because right now the product isn't doing so well, and I think CM Punk would definitely help with that. Leroy says maximum male models are peak sports entertainment right now, and that's definitely true. I think adding
that's the only thing. Them adding Otis, I really feel like if the Otis thing might make them faces, but I could be wrong. They might keep them faces with Shad being a heel and beating on like that WrestleMania tag match. I feel like after the match he's going to beat up on him. On him not being focused and everything, and then those model fan get a little jealous, and they might make maximum male models faces and everything, which I can see them being faces because they're kind of starting to get a little retained now with Otis. So you can't boo them with Otis and the because they were starting to cheer for it as Alpha Cam because of Otis was getting back to his old fun ways. And again, we miss fun-loving worm Caterpillar doing Otis, so this could be a way to make him face again and still be the Otis we love the fun-loving Otis we had. So if they do this, make the maximum model maximum models faces, in my opinion. But let's keep going.
Otis will make them even more peak sports entertainments. PWFU says Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa should main event WrestleMania 40, and that is just one crazy hell of a hot take. I gotta completely disagree. I don't want to see that at all main event of WrestleMania.
Ooh, I would say main event, but have a match there. Don't main event, yeah. They unless they have a good storyline going to WrestleMania 40, don't have them main event it yet. Have them be in it, but don't main event it though. That's what I'm saying. But I would like to see that in the main roster feud between them. Depending on who's gonna be the face of heel, man, a main roster feud with them would be lovely. Like get the main roster, the audience, in on top the awesome feud that we saw in NXT. I would say that, but don't make a main event though. But at least put them in WrestleMania.
Like, it was cool for NXT TakeOver, but it ain't gonna work on the main roster. I still think a match between those people would be fire if it was for the US Championship. Of course, I would like that. PWFU also says Tony Khan's current booking is worse than Vince McMahon's, and I agree. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate about that. I know he won the promotion of.
I'm gonna have to sadly agree with that too, man. Like it's like I said, it's just one thing I have a problem with AEW. They're a hot for a moment promotion. Tony Khan is doing too much just to appease a fan. The piece of fans we should, because the people pleasing. That's why Cody Khan dropped that. But he gotta know what he's doing. Like, what was the point of the triple threat tag team match? Was triple threat fatal tag team match to put the belts back on the Ass Boys? What's the point of doing all that with Dan Bryan just to keep the belt on MGF for to do this Reign of Terror? I'm guessing. Again, he just copied over that. I get it, but no. What a point. What the hell are you doing with Jade Cargill? I get she's supposed to be dominant, but it's getting stale at this moment. I mean, hopefully we can see something with Taya Valkyrie possibly defeating her and all that, but it's getting stale. What are you doing? And anything. Like, the one thing he got popping right now is this outsider versus insider thing with the women's division. I do like that though. We kind of teased at the end of last week with the Elite backing up Hatman Page and gets the sadly now heel BCC and everything. We should change their name now. Other than that. Oh yeah, and again, what was the point of having Wardlow wins on Revolution? Then next day next show have Haas beat him. Like, to have Wardlow hold the title for one day, one run. Like, what are you doing? Like, he does spur of the moments title changes as well too. He did it with the TNT. They've got folks calling the TNT title the new 24/7 title and all that as well too. Like, what are you doing? Like, sometimes it's awesome on, but sometimes, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And you're throwing too many people in one storyline, because I'm loving the Elite getting involved now in a way with a tease, but with at least Dark Order. I mean, what are we doing? That's all I'm gonna say is, it looks good, but what are we doing? Let's keep going. Sorry. I knew that's why I made this separate. I knew the hot take would be longer than the other. So yeah, because it's an 8-minute video, but I made this a 24-minute video. I made it damn near 30-minute videos because hot takes. I gotta say my piece. So anyway, so let's keep going.
Of the year in 2022, which was kind of bullshit. But no, Tony Khan's booking right now, and even the last year or two, for me at least, was worse than Vince McMahon. This is an easy hot take for me to agree with. Spencer says the Elite versus the Bloodline will happen at WrestleMania 40 in Philly. I don't want to see that. Look, I want to see Kenny Omega in WWE for sure. I think he's going to be a great talent.
I do hope Kenny Omega does. There's been talk about that, but we'll see about. But the Elite, I don't know. I'm not sure the Bloodline gonna still be around when they get there on the time where it's going, but who knows?
I don't want to see the Young Bucks. If you've been watching my channel for the longest, you should know that I'm not a fan of the Young Bucks at all. I don't think they're that great. I don't really want to see.
I feel like Young Bucks are good, but they're not WWE good. They're not gonna do great in WWE. Kenny won't do great in WWE. Young Bucks, not so much. They're indie darlings. I'm gonna be honest. They're indie darlings. They're good for the indie darlings. Know what I mean? They like to have fun and do stuff that you see in indie shows. That's why AEW is like is a major indie show, in my opinion. That's why they get away to do the shit they do. But they're not gonna do the shit they do in WWE, in my opinion.
See them in WWE. If anything, stay in AEW. PWFU is back, and he says that it should be Roman versus Seth versus Cody for the WWE title at WrestleMania. And in all honesty, I would have loved that if it were to come true. I think it would have been better to include Seth Rollins because then you can easily bridge the story.
That would be nice. That would have been nice. That would have been nice though, especially with Cody's Seth newly found in. He could be the tweener of it right at the moment because he got beef with Roman, who's a heel, and beef with Cody, who's a face right now, and still got some answer to do with Cody, who's a face now. That's another thing. Another reason why he should split the title. Have Cody and he'd be another opponent for Cody as well too. Now I thought about that.
With Seth, Cody, and Roman, it would have made a lot of sense. And heck, I think Seth Rollins should have been the one to win that match if it were to happen. So PWFU, I agree with you on this one. I wish that WWE booked this triple threat match. PWFU also says Edge should spend his last months putting over other talent rather than trying to have one last world title run. And I kind of disagree with that one. I want to see him have one last world title run before he does go away because that was kind of the purpose of him coming back.
Yep.
He lost his belt back in 2011 when he had to retire, and coming back was supposed to be him getting back that championship he never lost. It would have made a lot of sense. So I disagree with this one, PWFU, but you are coming hot with the hot take, so I appreciate that. Shock says that WWE didn't ruin Walter. Wait, that's not a hot take, that's a fact.
They didn't.
Triple H.
I'll be honest. Kayfabe alignment and gimmick side, they didn't ruin. The Dunford thing didn't ruin him. He's doing. Folks are liking him as the folks that are Hill fans are liking him as the Intercontinental titles championship already. They're like want him holding longer than Roman hold the title, the WWE title. Know what I mean as well too. They want him to have the same kind of run he had with the WWE NXT UK title with the Intercontinental title. I'm up here don't, but I do feel like he's doing good. I for one would kind of hope he kind of drop it soon. Know what I mean, one, I want a face to hold the title. Two, all alignment and kayfabe aside, I want him to get a chance to go for the top title.
Which saved his career, but it was reported that Vince McMahon was ready to bury the man, so Triple H saved him, but they were about to ruin him. That's all I got.
Thank you, Triple H. That's almost like
Gotta say. Garen says that Bret Hart would not be a good wrestler in today's wrestling, and that's just a blasphemous take. I'm sorry, Garen, G-Aaron, get G-A-A-Ron, whatever you want to be called. Bret Hart's gimmick would be very similar to Walter, except Bret Hart is a better wrestler in my opinion. He's one of the greatest, if not the best wrestler to ever set foot. I think he would do well in any generation. Colin says that Grayson Waller is the next Randy Orton, and that is something I completely agree with.
One of the reasons I agree with it because I like Ray Orton, but as a face, he was the asshole and a dick, so I can see it.
In fact, I even said this a long time ago in one of my older videos of is WWE trying to recreate him.
More so cocky, arrogant Orton, not the Viper, psycho, voice in the head Viper Orton. More so like cocky, arrogant Orton from like Evolution and his first and the Legend Killer one, maybe in a way, but not Viper, psycho, voice in the head Orton. No, let's see. I can't see him doing that kind of gimmick, but I can see him being an asshole dickhead heel like Orton was.
History, you should watch that one. It's a good one. But yeah, I kind of said that Grayson Waller is going to be the next Randy Orton, and I see it happening every single week. The next hot take comes from Danny, and he says that Batista is overrated. And no, Batista was properly rated. He was a great wrestler, great top guy for WWE in 2007. And honestly, I want to see him back. I know he retired on his own terms, and he enjoyed that retirement match. I wanted it, but we got to see Batista versus Brock Lesnar. I need to see it happen. Let's make it happen, Dave. Random user guy says WWE Jack Swagger is better than AEW Jake Hager, and I just don't care about either. I don't think.
I hate to admit it, man. Jack Swagger or Jake Hager just can't cut it. The best thing he had going from him in his career was the we the people thing, whether he's a heel or face. That's the best thing he had. I loved him as a face, we the people when he was going against Rusev. Anything, I was kind of hoping he beat Rusev, but I get they was trying to push Rusev to be the heel monster. But that's it. His thing with Jericho, Jericho Society, wherever, is like, it's like when he's a face, it's okay to root for him. When he's a heel, you are okay with just booing him. That's almost like.
I think Jack Swagger was good. I don't think Jake Hager is good. I just don't care about Jack or Jake. No more Jack or Jake talk. And the last hot take comes from Lucas, who says the Dominic Mysterio storyline sucks. And I just gotta say no. I don't agree with you, Lucas, at all. I think that the Dominic Mysterio storyline with Rey Mysterio
the storyline's good. It's just I can't stand this little bastard. That's all I'm gonna say.
Is one of the strongest storylines. It's really fun, and I can't wait until Rey Mysterio beats his ass. All right,
exactly.
I can't wait till he does what he said he did in that tweet a long time ago. So I think that match is gonna be fire as well, and I want to see that feud continue after.
And that's that. Yeah, that's why this video is 8 minutes, but the hot takes, because I had to do my little 2 cents in the hot takes, made it 30 minutes. But yeah. Some of the takes I agree with, like my earlier take with the Roman. I disagree with. I feel like Cody should win and everything, but if they must have Roman do the 1,000 day, find some loophole to split the titles. That's all I'm gonna say. Find some way to split the titles some way. Found some loophole to split the titles to please both sides of the fans. Some ones I agree with, some I disagree with as well too. Along with Pllana, some I'm like 50-50 with Pllana. Either way, this was a good hot take video. So other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.